Hey, my friends, Chef Shelly here. We're gonna try round two for no technical issues this time. If this is our first time together, I am a personal chef and I help other passionate home cooks become personal chefs too, so you can get paid to do what you love and not have to go to excruciatingly expensive culinary school or sacrifice all your family time working nights and weekends at a restaurant for $15 an hour, because nobody really wants to do that. So if you have other friends who might be interested in this, go ahead and share out this live video. Today, I am going to be talking about a typical life in the day of a personal chef, because I bet it's not exactly what you think it is. Now, I thought about doing a day in my regular life, but then I thought, I don't think you're going to be too interested in watching me pay bills and do paperwork, go shopping, run errands, make dinner, clean the kitchen. And then I realized that's exactly what being a personal chef is. But the difference is someone's paying you for it because you're really good at it. So, my day, it starts out pretty much the same whether I'm working or not. And again, you might think that being a personal chef is all hobnobbing with celebrities and professional athletes and billionaires. And by hobnobbing, I mean working for and cooking for. But, sometimes I'm spending hundreds of dollars on a weird appliance I need, like a chocolate tempering machine or an edible printer that I had to have to print images for cakes and stuff. But really, my work days tend to look a lot like my home days, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. So my mornings start out the same as any other morning. The alarm goes off, I get up, I start trying to get people out of the house. The morning song and dance. Get up, get up, get up, eat, eat, eat. Do you have your papers? Do you have your backpack? Do you have your lunch? Do you have your snack? That's just my husband. So once I get him out the door and the boys out the door, then my day kind of actually starts. And while the client has already gotten me their menu, and so I've already pulled all their recipes and everything, what I also need to do is print labels that go on their containers so they know what's in their fridge, do the invoice so they know how much to pay me, and I print out a really nice menu sheet that has the entrees that they've ordered and also the heating instructions for them. And sometimes that can vary. Some like to do it in the microwave, some like to do it in the oven, but after a few times they pretty much have their drill down. But in the beginning they need to know stuff like that. So I get all that lined out on a really nice menu sheet for them. Then for the recipes that I need to do, I pack up. I only take what I absolutely have to take. I am too old and tired to be hauling my entire kitchen anywhere. So if the client has a decent kitchen, I use all their stuff. If they have pantry staples, I use that and replenish it when I need to. So usually I don't have to haul too much stuff, which is good, but I usually have to take some things. And I'm attached to my own things like certain spatulas, certain tongs. I take my own knives. I am used to working with my own knives, and that makes me faster and better. So that's very important. Anyway, so after I get all packed up and paperworked up, it's off to the grocery store. And the best thing about going to the grocery store at the crack of dawn is that there's nobody there. It's lovely and quiet, and the staff has nothing to do but help you. And if you are nice, they will go to the ends of the earth to help you. You're there constantly. They see you all the time. I have a seafood guy who always tells me what's the best that day, what's coming in, what he can special order for me, what's coming up on sale. The produce guys, and I'll tell you the truth, that's the weak link on a Monday morning, is that they're just getting their trucks in. So all their stuff hasn't even been put out yet. So the produce guys will go in the truck and dig for me to get stuff. And, everyone is just super nice. So be nice to them. They will go above and beyond for you. Then when it gets to checking out, it's totally a breeze because nobody else is there. And I admit it, I'm a little bit of a control freak. I like to bag my own groceries. I want my meats and other, high-risk foods that could drip and contaminate stuff packed in plastic. For everything else, I use reusable bags that can carry a lot of weight because I don't want 500 bags. I just want however many bags I could cram stuff into, and if they're heavy, that's fine. So, but I don't want my eggs getting squished. So sometimes the baggers, I admit, are just not up to that challenge. So after the store, we head off to the actual part that you think I do all day, which is the cooking part. So unload and get cooking. And what I like to do is I always get the oven started first because it needs to heat up, and whatever's going in the oven is probably going to take a while. If I'm using a pressure cooker to make stock, I get that going first because that'll need to fire up to pressure and then go for an hour, and then I'll need to use it in the recipe. So I get that going first. Then I start going into like stove dishes and things that are quicker, and I don't waste time doing all the prep work ahead of time because then I do all the prep, then I have to do all the cooking. When in reality, I can get something in the oven, something in the pressure cooker, and then start prep, get a dish on, prep, get a dish on, and then they're all cooking at the same time. That makes it a lot more quick and efficient, and that is the name of the game when you are getting paid to cook, my friend. You want to get in and out as quickly as possible. So let's see, today I had, or not today, not working today, it's Thursday. Earlier in the week I had a client order chicken pot pie, so that was in the oven. Beef and broccoli with oyster sauce, so that was on the stove. Salmon cakes, that was on the stove. What else did they get? They got like 7 dishes. Oh, they got gumbo with white rice. That was a new one that they hadn't had before, so that took me a little more time, especially because they have some dietary things and food aversions that I have to adjust for. So I got the pressure cooker going for the stock for, cream of broccoli soup, and lest that be too healthy, they also want bacon in it. And they could have it any way they want to. So all that's going, start cleaning. As soon as everything is pretty much in a good place, and I'm cleaning while I go, because I don't know about you, it stinks when you get all done cooking and then you have all the cleaning. It just seems like it takes so much longer. Am I right? Is it just me? And another thing, I usually leave the dishes I don't want to do till last, which maybe that's kind of weird. Would you do them first? I'm not a fan of, I have a client who gets Mongolian beef and they get like 4 pounds at a time, and it's just a lot of meat to slice for a stir fry. And it's just really tedious. So I always leave that one to the last. So that's just the way I like to do it. You of course can do it any way that you like. So then, like I said, I'm cleaning while I'm cooking, but then when everything's got done, I get everything chilling over ice baths so that they cool down as fast as possible. And then I start on the heavy cleaning of the kitchen. Because usually I'm pretty good, but sometimes, just like anybody, I drop something, I destroy the floor and have to sweep and mop. It can go south real quick. You know how cooking is. There's good days and there's bad days. So after that, everything's cleaned up and I leave them their invoice and their menu with all their entrees listed out it all nicely, and pack up and head out. And that is just about usually perfect time to pick my kids up from school. Or sometimes I have enough time where I grab some lunch or run a couple errands before. It depends on the client and how much they order too. So then I pick up the kids and come home, and we sit down and do some homework, and my ass says to me, hello, yes, here I am. Thank you for putting me down. You've been holding me up all day. I'm heavy and tired. So it's always nice, even though it's crappy homework time, to sit down and take a moment with my kids and enjoy the afternoon and whatever else we're gonna do that day. And then it's time to make dinner and clean the kitchen, the same things that I've done. So as you can see, being a personal chef is kind of a lot just like being a mom. It's the same stuff that you do, you just make sure you do it extremely well and you're getting paid to do it. So if you want to see what it's like to cook like a personal chef, I have a free guide that you can get that kind of runs through that whole list, and it even has some recipes, although I do recommend if you are trying batch cooking all at the same time like that, you start with recipes that you know too. So you can go to chefintheburbs.com/free guide and you can get that, and it's a PDF printable that you can print out and check it out, and feel free to email me if you have any questions or anything. And I think I'm looking and I see we don't have any questions. I've gone pretty quick today, so if you think of any you have later, feel free to put them in the comments under them and I will get back to you. I'd love to answer any questions that you have about personal chefing, and I think that's it for today. I hope you have an awesome Thursday. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've done these, but I am committing to get back on the regular bandwagon now. So Thursdays at noon right here. And again, if you want that guide, it's chefintheburbs.com/free guide. Super easy to remember. All right, cheers. Have a great one.